Hey guys, Virtual14 here, and welcome to Long Live the Queen. I played this game a little bit back in the past, and I've beaten it a couple of times, but I never got to the ending that I really wanted to have. It's basically a choices game. You go through the game, you have to make the right choice, and also your stats pertain to what that choice happens. Sometimes your stats will make the choice in your favor, sometimes it won't be in your favor at all. You can, and then you can also die before you get to the end of the game. But let's jump into it. That's all I can really say about it. But it's definitely a really good game, and I hope you guys enjoy it. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself before your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly and you'll make a wonderful queen, is what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Welcome to Long Live the Queen. If this is your first time playing, you should read this brief introduction to how the game works. It's not my first time, but I'm definitely going to go through it so you guys can understand it. You will be controlling Elodie, the almost queen of Nova, as she tries to prepare for her coronation. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death. You also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now. The mood button will take you to the emotion screen for more details. Elodie is feeling both afraid and depressed, but her strongest emotion is depressed. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out the depression, her strongest emotion would then be afraid. Elodie's current mood affects her ability to learn. It will give her a bonus to some skills and a penalty to others. Let's take a look at the skill screen now. Skills are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Inside these categories are skill sets, groups of 3 related skills. You start with 0 in all skills. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally, she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday, but she studies. So if she studies history, she will earn 2 points times 5 equals 10 points. Because Elodie is depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she will earn 2 minus 2 points per day. That is 0 points. However, she has a +1 bonus to the expression skill set. If she studies one of the expression skills, she will earn 2 + 1 points per day, which means 3 points a day, 15 points for the week. If you study a skill you have a penalty for, you would be wasting your time and not learning anything. If you study a skill you have bonuses for, you will learn much faster than normal. All these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skills screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you are ready to choose your classes for the week. The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear on the right side of the screen. Choose a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear in the lower right corner. As you play through the story, you will sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing over the text. These tell you what's happening behind the scenes. Bubbles like these will show you when Elodie's mood is being altered by events. Bubbles like these will show you when the story is changing based on what skills Elodie has learned so far. If the test fails, there's some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback is very helpful in figuring out different options to try, but if you don't want to see it, you can turn the bubbles off in the preferences menu. Now get ready to become a queen. Alright, so as it said, she's depressed and she's afraid. We need to do her skills. Bonus to expression and animal handling, penalty to royal demeanor, conversation, and athletics. I want to try and do royal demeanor because social aspects do play a huge role in this, along with some intellectual stuff. Agility is the most common one as well, but it really depends. You can pretty much play the story out how you want to, but like I said, in the end, why am I yawning so much? In the end, what you choose to do here determines if you live or die. A lot of times. So I can't do world demeanor or conversation. So I would have to do expression, which I might do voice. Because I believe there's a point where you do have to sing, but I am not entirely sure. So expression, I'm gonna do voice. I'm actually gonna do both in voice. And that'll be it for the day. You practice deep breathing exercises to build up your ability to sustain a note. You learn the differences in resonance between the chest, the head, and the nose. You learn about different vocal ranges from the most profound bass to the rare coloratura soprano. What's all that noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins, and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we're so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Hi, Lottie. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep. Mommy said we'd be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. Now that you finished studying, what will you do for the weekend? Okay, so this also helps you out with doing your emotions. Talking to your father, you don't know what it will do. Attend court, which gets 2 yielding, 1 depressed, and 1 pressured. Explore the castle, does your lonely and afraid sometimes. Visit the tomb, gets you depressed and afraid. Attend service, makes you less depressed. No dungeons in the effect. Visit Lottie, Lady Merva. I kind of want to go talk to the father. Dad, can we talk? I'm sorry, your uncle and I have things to do. Maybe another time. Oh. Okay, so let's see. Skills. Bonus to expression till. Royal demeanor. I forgot what affects royal demeanor. I'm gonna do voice again. You learn the solfa system, a way of expressing a tune where each note is represented by a different syllable. You practice standing in the correct posture and singing scales to improve your pitch and tone. Your skill in voicing at 50 may not increase the skill until your other expression skills are 25 or higher. What's that commotion outside? Father, what's going on? I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am Lumen, as was she, and like every Lumen, I am willing to give my life if necessary to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. You heard my father. Get out, leave, and don't come back. As you wish. I will return to my duchy until you call for me. She won't. Sitting in court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father and it may be important for your future. God damn, she's still... I want to do royal demeanor and public speaking, but it's hard figuring out. I do need to do foreign affairs, though, I know that. We do agility and dance. Week 3. You study the relationship of Nova and its nearest neighbors. The borders have been mostly peaceful in the recent years, except for the problems with the Ixion to the south. However, trouble may be brewing in Piraeus as well. You practice curtsying, standing and walking across the floor in a graceful manner. He loves me not. Lottie, do you have a boyfriend? Not really. I just like to play with the flowers. Me too. You gather your skirts and prepare to sit down when all of a sudden a hissing noise alerts you to a hidden danger. A snake. Charlotte, don't move. You grab for a stick to push the snake away, but you lack the skills to do the job properly, and poking the snake only makes it angry. Too fast to see, it lunges forward and sinks its fangs into your leg. Ow! The snake slithers away, but it's too late now. A strange chilling sensation begins to spread through your flesh. That's a milk viper. They're poisonous. I don't feel good. Your leg is going numb. You stumble and fall to the ground. Hold on. Your cousin kneels beside you and presses her hands over the bite mark. The area throbs painfully, then begins to feel warm. After a minute, you're dizzy, but your leg isn't buzzing anymore, and even the wound has disappeared. How did you do that? I don't know how I do it. I just can. I'm not supposed to tell anybody. People think it's freaky. You won't tell, will you? Of course not. I'm just lucky you were here. Girls, what's going on out here? I heard yelling. Nothing. We saw a snake, but it got away. A snake? That's it. Charlotte, pack your things. We're going back to Merva. It's not safe here. Aww. You spend the weekend holed up alone in your room with your favorite toys. It's childish, but you feel a bit better. There we go. Bonus to world demeanor, history, faith. There we go. That's what I wanted. So I want to do my real demeanor, my... So, royal demeanor, and I'm going to... You practice wearing the royal regalia and looking at yourself in a mirror. Young as you are a queen of the blood. You are your mother's daughter. You are a force to be reckoned with. You learn that it's important to make eye contact when saying nice things about someone. The castle seems quieter with Charlotte and Emery and Zara and their parents gone. It's certainly not empty, though. It seems like we get more servants every day. Do those again. You stare at yourself in the mirror and practice focusing and transmitting energy with only your eyes, turning the intensity of your gaze on and off at will. You practice using different styles of breathing in order to feel more energetic and to let that energy surround you for others to share. You learn that flattering comments have the best impact when kept short. Gushing makes people feel awkward. One of the maids approaches for your attention. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have Duke of Sedna? No, my lady, the Duchy of Sedna is in Talassi. They have brought you a letter and a gift. Condolences on the death of, deeply regret, best wishes. Oh, what a beautiful necklace. Something sparkly will make me feel better. God damn it, I chose the wrong one. Dad, what really happened to Mom? She was a lumen, a magic user. It was meant to be in reserve to defend our domain, but she insisted on... You don't need to hear that. She used magic. It drained her strength. She thought it was harmless and it wasn't. Eventually her heart just stopped. That's why I don't want you involved with it. You practice walking along a narrow rail, taking each step carefully and focusing on your balance. You review the correct greetings for guests according to rank and when to extend your hand to another. All nobles affect their due honors. Your Royal Highness, I would speak with you. What is it? Your mother wielded the power of Lumen, as have the kings and queens of Nova before her. Now that she is gone, that responsibility falls to you. Her crystal power is now yours. My father said I shouldn't get involved in magic. If you don't, who will defend your domain if the Krakens rise again? I have seen signs of the future. Danger is coming. I can teach you to control your powers, but first, you must seize your birthright and become a Lumen. How do I do that? You must find the Royal Crystal. Speak to your father. He will know where it is. Dad, what happened to Mom's Lumen Crystal? It's in a safe place. Can I have it? No. But it's mine. Meddling with magic killed your mother. I don't want that to happen to you. Once you're crowned queen, I can't stop you from doing anything you want, but for now, you are still a child. Okay, so her mood is depressed and yielding. To expression. Damn it. I can still do good with the history, so I'll do with the Novan history. And since I'm gonna... You read about the history of your domain, hundreds of empires. Nova was the center of a great empire, spanning the length of the western coast as well as a few island territories. Over time, your influence has waned. You discuss the nature of beauty, looking around at landscapes, objects, and people, and comparing their aesthetic elements. As you are walking up the stairs, a maid comes running down, holding a towering pile of linen. You gracefully step aside and let her pass. I don't need to be more depressed. You attend service in the castle grove, letting the peace of the ritual calm your heart. There we go. Now, I'm still going to do the Novan history because I know it actually does matter. Nova's history involves an endless slew of names and dates. Even as small as it's become, there are 10 dukedoms, no, 11 now, plus the royal line. You hope no one expects you to memorize every lineage. As the person of highest rank within the domain, no one may sit at any formal event unless you give them permission, and no one must ever turn their back on you. If they do, you are intended to recognize the insult. There is a man here to see you. He wishes crown funding for a project of his. Remember, the treasury is not unlimited. If you choose to invest, you will have less money to work with later. Your Royal Highness, I plan to print books using metal letters, which can be moved and reused. I need to borrow 875 lassie to assemble the metal and a factory to mold the cast and type. With this system, we will be able to create new books in a fraction of the time it takes now and make copies to send all over the world. I don't know much about the factories or trade. Would that really be worthwhile? We are not interested. My father says I can't have the crystal until I'm queen. He's hiding it somewhere. What do I do? I will search for it. She brings out a black bowl filled with water and stares into its depths. You look as well, but you see nothing but your own reflection. Oh, sorry. She brings out a... Okay. The crystal is kept in the treasury under guard. They have been ordered to keep you out. You must find a way past this obstacle. Like what? Use your skills to convince them to stand aside or else dispose of them. What? Their lives are a small price to pay for the safety of your domain. You must have that crystal. Is she serious? She wants me to kill my own guards? Try to reach the crystal. If you fail, speak to me again, and I will help you do what needs to be done. Bonus to agility and faith. God damn it. Well, at least I still have a bonus to conversation. So I would work on court manners again. And then I'll work on my reflexes and agility. You study rules for formal dining, including the proper utensils for different dishes. As the queen, no one will comment on your mistakes, but they will notice them. Your teacher walks around you, prodding a finger at you slowly in order to train you in blocking those touches without triggering fear or faster breathing. Your Highness, my sympathies for your loss. Even after all these years, I sometimes forget that my own mother will never be coming back. Thank you. However, I must call for your aid. The Ixionite occupation of the county of Ibrium has gone on for too long. Now is the time to push back. I know there's been some troubles with Ixion, but I don't know the details. I guess they're occupying Southern Marie. I don't know anything about the military. I don't want to fight. There must be a peaceful way to settle this. I will send the diplomats from Ixion and try to come to some arrangement. Thank you, Your Highness. Your Highness, if I may ask, that necklace you're wearing, where did it come from? It was a gift from the Duke of Sedna. Then you have made arrangements with him. I think he's asking if I'm engaged to the Duke. No arrangement yet, but I look upon him fondly. I see. Your Highness is my utmost concern, Your Highness. Your happiness is my utmost concern, Your Highness. Thank you. Accounting presence. You try to talk your way past the treasury guards, but despite eyelash fluttering, foot stomping, and outright threats, they won't budge. So this will be my last one. You look at a globe of the world, reading names off places so distant you can't remember ever hearing about them, and other areas left blank because no explorer venturing there has ever returned. You plant your feet in a strong stance. Imagine that you are a tree, deeply rooted on the earth. You can feel that power within you and know that you will not be pushed aside. The representative from Ixion is here. Be careful. No one wants to give up prizes that they have won. You have the full support of my sister and myself, Your Highness. Let's get this over with. Your Royal Highness, thank you for granting me this audience. I am sure we can come to an amicable agreement. Let bygones be bygones, no? We will forget about your unprovoked attacks on us, and you will transfer the rights to this little province. We can be good neighbors again without any lives being lost. You are trespassing on our lands. You will withdraw your troops at once. Only then will we have peace. This necklace I'm wearing might convince him that we are already allied with Duke Sedna in the domain of Talassi. As you can see, I already have allies. Do you really want to face both Nova and Talassi? Perhaps not. Yes, I won! Alright guys, so I'm going to be ending it here. Thank you so much for watching. I know this wasn't too long of an episode, but definitely it was a pretty fun one. I'm actually really interested because these are some choices that I'm making that I usually don't ever make. So I hope to see you guys in the next video, and see you guys later. Bye!